noise can achieve great things. Good evening. I am Ajay Desai.
And I'm Tanvi Kulkarni.
We extend a warm welcome to the dignitaries on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, to the inaugural function of the 13th M.K. Nambyar Memorial National Level Moot Court Competition.
Before we begin, I kindly request everyone here to kindly turn off their phones. Thank you.
Let us start with a song dedicated to Karnataka. I call upon Vinayak and group to sing the Nadagite, and I request everyone present here to stand for the same.
जय भारत जननीय तनुजाते जय हे कर्नाटक माते जय सुंदर नदी वन गणनाडे जय हे रस ऋषिಗಳ ವೀಡೆ ಭೂದೇವಿಯ ಮಕುಟದ ನವಮಣಿಯೇ ಗಂಧದ ಚಂದದ ಹೊನ್ನಿನ ಗಣಿಯೇ ರಾಘವ ಮಧುಸೂದನರವತರಿಸಿದ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜನನಿಯ ಜೋಗುಳ ವೇದದ ಘೋಷ ಜನನಿಗೆ ಜೀವವು ನಿನ್ನಾವೇಶ ಹಸುರಿನ ಗಿರಿಗಳ ಸಾಲೆ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಕೊರಳಿನ ಮಾಲೆ ಕಪಿಲ ಪತಂಜನ ಗೌತಮ ಜಿನನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಶಂಕರರ ಮನುಜ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ಬಸವೇಶ್ವರರಿಹ ದಿವ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ ನನ್ನ ಷಡಕ್ಷರಿ ಪೊನ್ನ ಪಂಪನ ಕುಮಿಪತಿ ಜನ್ನ ಕುಮಾರವ್ಯಾಸರ ಮಂಗಲ ಧಾಮ ಕವಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯ ರಾಮ ನಾನಕ ರಾಮ ನಂದ ಕಬೀರರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಕೈಲಪ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರಾಡಿದ ನಾಡೆ ಡಂಕನ ಜಕನನ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಬೀಡೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗ ಕಾವೇರಿಯವರ ರಂಗ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ ರಸಿಕರ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ನೋಟ ಹಿಂದೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ ಪಾರಸೀಕ ಜನಿಗಳು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಜನಕನ ಓಡುವ ದೊರೆಗಳ ಧಾಮ ಕಾಯಕ ವೈದಿಕರ ರಾಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ನುಡಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡುವ ದೇಹ ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ
Thank you, Vinayak and group.
Now, I request our principal, Dr. A.H. Havildar, to welcome this august gathering.
Respected chief guest of the today's function, Honorable Justice Pachakore sir, Sri Vivek Kulkarni, Secretary, Karnataka Law Society, Sri R.S. Mutalik, Chairman IMER Belgaum, and the member Governing Council RLLC, President of the function, Sri M.R. Kulkarni, Chairman, Governing Council, RL Law College, Belagavi, Professor Aswini, Moot Court Coordinator, General Secretary, Ladies Representative, Moot Court Secretary, and my dear faculty members. It gives me an immense pleasure and privilege also to welcome this august gathering for the 13th M.K. Nambyar Memorial National Moot Court Competition. Before we go for the formal invitation, inviting the dignitaries on the dais, with the permission of the Honorable Chief Guest and the President, if you permit, I would go for the brief introduction of the college. Thank you, sir. In fact, you might surprise why I seek the permission, because today's chief guest, Honorable Justice Pachapure sir, is our proud alumnus. And today's function Chairman Sri M.R. Kulkarni happened to be the student of RL Law College. See, normally we used to go for introduction of the college to the dignitaries on the dais who are alien to the function. But today we have to look at the beautiful evening when chief guest and the president are our proud alumni of this RL Law College. For that reason, I sought the permission. Sir, but the participant from entire country, we need to introduce our college. With that reason, I sought your permission. Ladies and gentlemen, this Raja Lakamgoda Law College was established in the year 1939. One of the oldest law colleges in the southern India and the first law college in the state of Karnataka. We were initially affiliated to the Bombay University. After that, we affiliated to the Karnataka University, Dharwad. Since 2009, we are now affiliated to the Karnataka State Law University, Hubli. Since 1939, this college has contributed a lot to the all walks of the life. To the bench and to the bar, in all walks of the life, the RL Law College is there. To quote few of them, two Chief Justices of the Supreme Court of India, namely Venkat Ramaiah and Rajendra Babu, happen to be the student of this RL Law College. This college has produced more than 30 High Court judges in the entire India, including today's chief guest, Justice Pachapure sir. It is not exaggerated to say on this occasion that today in Karnataka High Court, 3 judges of the Karnataka High Court are the proud alumni of this RL Law College. Apart from that, this college has contributed even to the subordinate judiciary also. As and when recruitment take place, this college contributed a lot. To quote one particular year, 2008 saw 13 students of the RL Law College selected as civil judge and 9 students selected as assistant public prosecutor, out of which 2 students are topper to the Karnataka state. This is how the institution, with the grace of the God and the management, we could achieve this kind of achievements. We have not only contributed to the bench, even we have contributed to the bar also. A number of eminent lawyers, not only at the district level, even at the High Court and Supreme Court, we could see number of eminent Supreme Court lawyers. To quote Padma Vibhushan, former Attorney General for India, K.K. Venugopal, happened to be the great alumnus of this RL Law College. And today, as I said already, the president of the function, Sri M.R. Kulkarni, happened to be the alumnus of this RL Law College. Sir, we have contributed richly, not only in the state of Karnataka, even entire country, our students performing better at the High Court as well as Supreme Court also. We have not only contributed to the bench and the bar, we have equally contributed in the political arena. This college has produced two chief ministers to the Karnataka state, namely S.R. Bommai and J.H. Patel, the two chief ministers to the Karnataka state. This college has produced a number of ministers at the center and even at the state also political arena. This college has contributed a lot. I must take the name of Sri Suresh Angadi, former railway minister, happened to be the alumnus of this RL Law College. And presently, in Belgaum district only, we have two MLA are the alumni of this RL Law College. I hope our students will continue the legacy, contributing to the bench, bar and even to the political arena. We have contributed even to the other fields of walks of the lives also. Even for the academic arena, we have produced a number of persons raised to the level of the principal, faculties, vice chancellor, former late Sri V.B. Coutinho, former vice chancellor of the Gulbarga University, happened to be the proud alumnus of this RL Law College. We have contributed not only in the academic field, we have contributed even in the sports arena also. Arjun Devaya, an international athlete, Arjun Devaya, happened to be the student of this RL Law College. It is not exaggerating to say on this occasion, sir, this academic year, almost 12 students of RL Law College selected as the University Blues. And our college continued the legacy of bagging the prize even at the national level moot court competition, national level legal aid competitions, cultural event, sports event, you name the event, RL Law College students are there. It is because of the eminent contribution made by enlightened support given by the management and effort made by our faculty members and equally spontaneously made by our college student, and this level we could reach, it is because of the attitude of the students shown to us. When we guide them, they take it into the positive part and they reach that particular level. And we also got n number of ranks to the universities. Not only 1 year, every year this college has bagged the rank. And here we are not only training the students only academic, we are training the student even non-academic area also, particularly the practical aspects also. But I must say that we are little bit stringent when it comes to the discipline matters are concerned, but we have to impose that because as you all know that this is a professional course, and for that matter when it comes to the discipline there is no compromise. And with all these support, effort made by the management, faculty members and students, if today we are hosting the 13th MK Nambyar Moot Court, it is because of all contributions made by everyone. That's the reason we could continually, this is 13th year we are holding this MK Nambyar Moot Court competitions. With this, if I go together, it would take even 1 hour to complete, explain our achievements of the college. But because of the paucity of the time, I need to cut short my introduction about this RL Law College. With this brief introduction, I, on behalf of the management, staff, and the student, wholeheartedly welcome for this august gathering Chief Guest Justice Pachapure sir. Welcome, sir. I also welcome today's guest of honor, Sri Vivek Kulkarni, Secretary, Karnataka Law Society, Belagavi. Welcome, sir. I also welcome the R.S. Mutalik, Chairman IMER and Member RLLC. Welcome you, sir. I also welcome Moot Court Coordinator and all the student representatives for this function. I also welcome wholeheartedly entire students of 30 teams participated in this event across the India. On behalf of the management, staff and the students, I wholeheartedly welcome you also for this competition. But for every function, one person is always there as a backbone. Age is a matter, mind having a purity. That is none other than today's President, Sri M.R. Kulkarni. On behalf of the management, I also wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for this function. I also welcome all the invitees, guests, and also importantly print and electronic media who has done excellent job covering the event of this RL Law College. I also welcome you for this 13th MK Nambyar National Moot Court Competition. Welcome you all. How can I forget? Without them, this function would not have been a grand success. That is volunteers of 13th MK Nambyar Moot Court Competition and the students of RL Law College. Welcome you all. With this brief, I conclude my welcome speech. Thank you and all.
Good evening to one and all present here, dignitaries on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I, Shruti Man Shetty, feel privileged for being given this opportunity to introduce to you all our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Shivagowda Pachapure, former Judge, High Court of Karnataka. Sir was born on 17 June 1953. Sir is a native of Berkut, Chikkodi Taluka and has done his primary schooling from his native place. Sir completed his BSc in 1972 from RLS Institute, Belgavi, and completed his law degree in 1975 from Raja Lakhangowda Law College, Belgavi. Sir is a proud alumnus of this prestigious institution. Sir got enrolled as an advocate on 8th August 1975 and practiced on civil, criminal, constitutional, cooperative, taxation, labor, service matters, etc. Sir joined the judicial service as District and Sessions Judge on 4th February 1993 and served as an additional District and Sessions Judge, Bijapur, from 1993 to 1997. Principal District and Sessions Judge, Ballari, from 1997 to 2000. In the year 2000, Sir got promoted as District Judge, Super Time Scale. Sir has also rendered services as OOD, Registrar Vigilance, High Court of Karnataka from the year 2000 to 2004. Sir was appointed as Judge, Special Court, that is 36th Additional City Civil and Sessions Judge, Bangalore, for the trial of the case against Jayalalitha and others from 2004 to 2006. Later, Sir served as a Registrar General, High Court of Karnataka from 2006 to 2007. In the year 2007, Sir was elevated as a High Court Judge and worked till 2015. As a judge, Sir has presided over many high-profile cases and demonstrated his unwavering commitment to justice and fairness. After retirement, Sir has worked as a chairman of Karnataka State Police Complaints Authority for around 6 months. Sir is widely respected for his wisdom insight and dedication to justice and has been instrumental in shaping the legal system. I would like to request Shri M.R. Kulkarni Sir, Advocate, Chairman, Governing Council, RL Law College, to honor the Chief Guest, Honorable Justice Mr. A.S. Pachapure Sir.
Good evening to one and all present here, dignitaries on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I, Kedar Godse, deem it my pleasure to introduce the guest of honor of today's function, Shri V.G. Kulkarni, Advocate and Secretary, Karnataka Law Society. Shri Vivek Kulkarni is an alumnus of the first batch of MVM's English Medium High School, a graduate in Physics and LLB from Karnataka University, a recipient of Gold Medal in Diploma in Business Management. He was a cadet of Air Wing NCC, during which he has successfully completed solo gliding. After a couple of years of industrial experience, he joined Belgaum Bar in the year 1998. His associations include Swami Vivekananda Kendra Kanyakumari, the Union Gymkhana Belagavi, E-Rotary Club of RI District 3170, Mahila Vidyalaya Mandal Belagavi. His areas of interest include education, Indian classical music, traveling and photography. His father, late Advocate G.V. Kulkarni, was a member of Karnataka Law Society. Sir became a member of Karnataka Law Society on 23/10/2016 and currently he is a secretary of Karnataka Law Society. Now I request Professor Ashwini Parav, the Moot Court Coordinator, to honor the Shri V.G. Kulkarni, Advocate and Secretary, Karnataka.
Good evening all, respected dignitaries on the days, off the days, ladies and gentlemen. I, Dr. Samina Nahid Beg, take the pleasure of introducing the guest of honor of today's function, Shri R.S. Mutalik Desai. Shri R.S. Mutalik Desai was born on 1st November 1959. He hails from Hukkeri and he graduated BCom at Sankeshwar. He completed his LLB special from VS Law College, Bellary, and MA from KOD in the year 1987. He joined BSNL at Bellary in 1982 and served for 7 years. He was enrolled as an advocate at Karnataka State Bar Council, Bangalore in the year 1989 and started practicing at Belgavi. He joined Karnataka Law Society as a member in the year 2008 and served as chairman of RL Law College from 2011 to 2013. He was also a member of Academic Council, Rani Channamma University, Belagavi, director of Belgaum Urban Credit Cooperative Society, and he was awarded as Shrestha Sahakari in the year 2017. He was legal advisor for BSNL, IOC, Syndicate Bank and KVG Bank. He was also chairman KLS Vasantrao Podar Polytechnic Belagavi and GC member of RL Law College and KLS School. Sir is presently the GC chairman governing council of IMER Belagavi. Now I request Shri S.S. Hegde to honor our guest of honor, Shri R.S. Mutalik Desai. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Call upon Ms. Amol Balatike to introduce the president of today's function, Shri M.R. Kulkarni, Advocate and Chairman, Governing Council, RLLC, Belgavi.
Good evening to one and all present here, respected dignitaries on and off the days, ladies and gentlemen. I, Amol Baratike, feel immense pleasure to introduce our president for today's function, Shri M.R. Kulkarni Sir, Chairman, Governing Council, RL Law College, Belgavi. Shri Mohan Ramchandra Kulkarni Sir completed his graduation in law from Arya Law College, Belgavi. He started his practice in the chamber of late Shri G.P. Kulkarni and later started his own practice and is now one of the leading advocates of Belgium Bar Association. Sir has also served as the pleader and conducted many sensational cases on behalf of government. He has also worked as an honorary professor of Arya Law College. Shri Emma Kulkarni Sir became member of Karnataka Law Society in January 1987 and has been a member of governing body of many of the institutions and chairman of governing councils. Gopte College of Commerce, Institute of Management Education and Research, that is IMER, Gopte Institute of Technology, GIT. Sir has also served as the Secretary and Chairman, Board of Management of Karnataka Law Society. At present, he is the Chairman Governing Council of Arya Law College, Belgavi. Sir is playing a dynamic role in achieving higher goals for the society. I now request our beloved Principal, Dr. A.H. Havalda Sir, to honor Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Amol.
I request Professor Ashwini Parab, the Moot Court Coordinator, to give an introduction of our Moot Court competition to the participants.
A very good evening to everyone present here. Indeed, it's a matter of great privilege to get this opportunity to introduce you all to the M.K. Nambyar Memorial National Level Moot Court Competition. This event, the introduction of this event will be absolutely incomplete without speaking about the magnificent and extraordinary duo of father and son, that is Shri M.K. Nambyar and Shri K.K. Venugopal, and their contribution to the constitutional jurisprudence in India. Shri M.K. Nambyar considered himself always to be a student of law. Throughout his lifetime, he always called himself as a student of law, never boasted himself to be a master of law. And this was evident in an article written in 2001 by Professor A.G. Nurani. He wrote an article by name Behind the Basic Structure Doctrine. The name of the article was Behind the Basic Structure Doctrine. In this article, he has explained how Shri M.K. Nambyar was absolutely considering himself a student of law. In Banaras University, there was a professor by name Professor Dieter Konrad. He was a German person who was head of law department in Banaras University. Shri M.K. Nambyar joined the PG diploma course in Banaras University and took up his studies under Professor Konrad. Professor Konrad had a very basic theory. He had written an article by the name Implied Limitations on Amending Powers of the Parliament under the German Constitution. M.K. Nambyar was so influenced, highly influenced by this article, that 4 years later, in Golaknath's case, this became the foundation or the base for his argument. He laid down for the first time the basic structure theory in Golaknath's case. He called it as restriction on the power of Parliament in amending the Constitution. Before Justice Subba Rao, it was a great challenge for him to convince him. But unfortunately, basic structure theory did not come into existence in Golaknath case. And subsequently, in Keshwanand Bharti's case, Nani Palkiwala was successful in convincing the justice, and finally, the basic structure doctrine came into existence. Not just this one case, there is another contribution made by Shri M.K. Nambyar, that is no person can be deprived of his liberty except according to the procedure established by law, and that law has to be just, fair and reasonable. This was the argument which was made by M.K. Nambyar in A.K. Gopalan's case. However, again, this was unfortunately, it did not become the principle of that case. However, dissenting judgment was given by Justice Faisal Ali. But subsequently, in Maneka Gandhi's case, this very principle became a landmark rule and is followed even till date. There is a small story associated with M.K. Nambyar. He had a tiny hunch on his back. Whenever he moved in the campus of Supreme Court, everybody used to notice this hunch on his back and used to question, what is this hunch on his back? The clients who were there, the people who came in Supreme Court. So to that, the advocates used to answer, he's been carrying the burden of constitution on his back, and that is why, because of the burden of the constitution, he has a hunch on his back. He is a great soul on this, he was a great soul on this earth. And as I can say, like father, like son, Padma Vibhushan Shri K.K. Venugopal is continuing the legacy of his father. If I have to say, no doubt, basic structure doctrine was laid down by the father, and son has been constantly arguing, advocating that basic structure theory has to be slightly changed now. The concept of basic structure, the constitutional morality has to become much more clear, precise, and it has to be defined. Otherwise, the principles of constitutions are at threat. A visionary, just like his father, a fearless, shrewd advocate, a proud alumnus of this college. He has been continuing the legacy of his father. He has been working towards maintaining the constitutional ethos which had been exactly done by his father in the past. The constitution which was nurtured in its infancy by the father, Shri M.K. Nambyar, has now been nourished and nourished by his son, K.K. Venugopal. The constitution, because of this person, that is Shri K.K. Venugopal, has been growing in a very faster rate now. The spread, the decisions, the development of constitution is unanimous. Shri K.K. Venugopal, in the fond memory of his beloved father, Shri M.K. Nambyar, instituted this M.K. Nambyar Memorial National Level Moot Court Competition in the year 2011, and since then, this is the 13th edition of this M.K. Nambyar Memorial National Level Moot Court Competition 2023. This year, we have around 30 teams participating all over India. I now request all the teams to kindly rise at their seats when they are called upon for a formal introduction. National Law University, Bhopal. JSS, Mysore. Advocate Bala Saheb Apte College of Law, Mumbai. B.V. Bellad Law College, Belagavi. M. Krishna Law College, Hassan. R.V. Institute of Legal Studies, Bengaluru. University Law College, Bengaluru. National Law University, Odisha. MES College of Law, Sirsi. UPES, Dehradun. VM Sargankar College of Law, Goa. Government Law College, Mumbai. SC Nandimat Law College, Bagalkot. School of Law, Shastra University, Tanjavur. KLE Law College Chikkodi, GK Law College Hubballi, Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law Punjab, Christ University Pune, Law College Dehradun Uttaranchal, S.A. Manvi Law College Gadag, Govind Ram Khare Law College Goa, KLE Law College Bengaluru, Presidency University Bengaluru, Institute of Law Nirma University Ahmedabad, SDM Law College Mangalore, KSLU Hubli, School of Excellence in Law Chennai, Balaji Law College Pune. I wish all the teams a very good luck for the coming competition. May the Moot Court competition be played or contested in its true spirit. Thank you so much. So just as a formality, I would like to announce what are the prizes that have been awarded in the competition. Basically, the winning team shall get a trophy plus 30,000 rupees cash prize. The runners-up team will get a trophy plus 20,000 rupees cash prize. Best Mooter Male trophy plus 10,000 rupees cash prize. Best Mooter Female trophy plus 10,000 rupees cash prize. And Best Memorials trophy plus 10,000 rupees cash prize. In addition to this, we have AM Poddar Best Mooters prize, which is again in the form of cash. Thank you so much.
Also, to add on to ma'am's address, we would like to share that Shri K.K. Venugopal appreciated our students who won the national level moot court competition by personally writing an appreciation letter to our principal. Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyam Dhanasampada Shatrubuddhi Vinashaya Deepajyoti Namostute. Light embarks the emotion of joy and happiness and the sense of justice. Now, I call upon the chief guest and the other dignitaries to inaugurate the 13th MK Nambyar Memorial National Level Moot Court Competition by lighting the lamp.
ದಯ ಪಾಲಿಸು ಈ ಬಾಳನು ದಾರಿಯಲೇ ನಂಬಿಕೆಯ ನೆಲೆಯಾಗಿರಿಸು ಮುನ್ನಡೆಸು ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಾವಾಡು ಪದ ಪದದಲ್ಲೂ ಸಂಚರಿಸು.
I request the participants to please come forward.
S. Pachapure, former judge, High Court of Karnataka, to address the gathering.
Senior brother Sri M.R. Kulkarni, in his both capacities as the chairman of the governing council and the president of this function. Sri Mutalik Desai, the member of the Governing Council, Sri Vivek Kulkarni, the secretary, Sri Havaldar, the principal of the institution, and all other dignitaries on the dais, and particularly the students and the faculty members of this institution, and also the participants of this moot courts. So, welcome to the participants. Even if I say good luck to all, I do not think that all could succeed in the competition. Anyhow, I wish good luck to only those who are going to succeed and get the prizes. In fact, I remember when I was the lecturer in Bellers Law College, teaching CPC to the students, I had the responsibility of arranging the moot court. And I had taken a case of Sarika versus Venkat Subbaiah, who had challenged the provisions of the Hindu Marriage Act relating to the restitution of conjugal rights. Ultimately, Sarika succeeded. You may be knowing her, she was a film actor. She had acted in some Kannada films also. And the judgment, though it went against the validity of the provisions in the High Court, I had arranged the function in such a way that the judgment will be of the Supreme Court, wherein the validity of the provisions will be confirmed by the Supreme Court. And the court which was arranged there as a moot court was the Supreme Court. So in that moot court, the validity was upheld, and so also later in the Supreme Court, the validity of Section 9 of the Hindu Marriage Act was upheld by the Supreme Court. So far as the advocates are concerned now, moot court advocates, you need a lot of creativity. It's a wonderful job. You have to show your ability, your competency, so that you could succeed and able to get the prizes. It is my experience as an advocate and also as a judge. In fact, I had different responsibilities as a Registrar Vigilance, Registrar General, and I know what the courts are. Courts, as they are for a person who is within the precincts or as a judge, are different as against those who are outside the courts. You may be aware that there are many instances of corruption, misbehavior, misconduct and all these things. And it is for this reason, when I was the Registrar of Vigilance of the High Court of Karnataka, there was a judicial academy in the High Court where the training was being given to the students, to the judicial officers. And I had introduced a subject, spirituality and law. This was the first time that this subject was introduced to the judicial officers. And when I left the High Court, the subject is gone. Means no one wants the spirituality. Maybe that they want the law, but they don't want the spirituality. Spirituality is not so attractive as compared with the attractions which are available surrounding us. Spirituality is said to be the mother of all the religions, and anyone does not desire to be the mother. Anyone wants to be a member of a religion but does not desire to be the mother of the religion. And that is a problem in our country. If you become a spiritual man, then there may not be any complaints as against each other. But if you become a religious man, there are so many complaints as you see every day in these newspapers, in the for the last so many years. Since from date of independence also, see, continuously they are going on. Therefore, what I desire is that in case if you want to really become an advocate, really become a judge, adopt to the spirituality. It is above all these things. So if the spirituality is once adopted, I do not think there is no necessity to study about the law. Maybe that you may ask the question as to how it is, sir, that in case if we don't study the law, how we can practice and how we can be the judicial officers like this. There are many other countries in the world wherein the qualification of law is not essential to become a judge. It is in this country wherein LLB is a required qualification and advocacy is a required qualification to become a judge. But it is not so any other in many of the countries outside. And they are very successful judges also. In America also, there is no necessity that you must hold a degree of law or that you must have practiced as an advocate. And what is law ultimately? You must have studied jurisprudence and the definition of Salmon and so many other legal luminaries. But for an ordinary man, what is law? Do you mean to say that an ordinary man in the village does not know the law? He knows it. He knows it, but he does not have that capacity to express it. That's all. And it is a principle of law that knowledge of law is not an excuse. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. So, it depends upon ignorance and sense. A judge, you see, he was a district judge who had come to this college when I was studying in the third year law. He defined the law in a wonderful way. He said that law is nothing but common sense. Law is nothing but common sense. Written in words, because you study the law books, written in words, it makes no sense. Hence, we require the lawyers to argue with some sense, and ultimately it is for the judge to decide as to which lawyer has made the most sense. So this is the definition of law. Means most sense is important. The most sense is important. Sensible man. A sensible man is an important personality who knows the law, and therefore, see, it need not be that, see, you must study only those books to know the knowledge of law. So, really, the advocates are so wonderful personalities. You see, I have practiced as a lawyer for about 18 years, and we study the judges, not the law more. There was one judge who was so sensitive. I knew about something about astrology, and Gemini is that personality, zodiac sign Gemini is that personality who is most sensitive, because I am a Geminian personality. Most intelligent is not self-appreciation, it is appreciation of Geminis. And most sympathetic. And that judge was born in the month of June, I knew, because generally when the judges used to be posted in Belgaum, I used to study and know about the date of birth of the judges. How a judge can be convinced astrologically, not according to law. Linda Goodman is an astrologist who says that strike the Geminian before he strikes you. Then only you can defeat him. So, as I had studied, and when I came with a plaint for injunction before that judge who was a Geminian personality, it was a case where, see, I had sought for injunction against a hotel, not to run it, an interim injunction not to run it till the disposal of the case, on the ground that the water of the hotel, the sewage water of the hotel was entered into a well by the side of that hotel, and that well owned by me. That is a plaintiff. I said to the Honorable Judge, sir, a serious thing is happening here. And you see, in case if you drink the spoiled water, which has come from the hotel after throwing there, see, washing the utensils, etc., any man can suffer any sort of disease. And this would cause a lot of injustice to that man. So in case if this is permitted, any person may die at any time. So he was so much impressed about by my argument because he was so sensitive. He said, is it so? Then I will grant the injunction order. So the injunction order was granted. And thereafter, you see, the matter came to be compromised because, you see, I don't wanted that, you see, the matter should be heard and disposed of on marriage. Ultimately, it was disposed of. So, astrology is also one thing for your success in the profession as an advocate or even as a judge also. And second, you see, one instance I will quote. The lawyer had no much knowledge of English. He was not knowing much English. It was very, very bad English, no grammatical and expressions, all these things. And when he was arguing a matter before the judge, the judge became so angry. See what sort of advocate you are. He started abusing. What sort of advocate you are? You don't know English. You are spoiling it. The judge said that you are spoiling the English. The advocate was so calm and quiet. Sir, I have to spoil. I have to spoil this English because the British people of whose language this English is, they have spoiled this country for the last 200 years. Why should not I spoil their English? So this is a creativity, a wonderful creativity of an advocate as to how he could convince a judge that despite he committing all the wrongs, he could be appreciated. We all clapped for that creative attitude of the... Means ignorance is sometimes most essential. It does not mean that only intellectuals or most sense persons will get the awards. Many a times ignorant people also will be getting awards. So this is how an advocate can convince and get an order is one thing. But anyhow, it must be a sensible order. That's what I could say is, it must be a sensible order. So this is how the things happen in the courts. Now, this is spirituality and law. I said about two subjects. One is spirituality, why it is necessary, and other is the law. See, spirituality is essential for the advocates minimum and also the judges compulsorily. And what the spirituality needs is that you must be a person without much desires, without any sort of anger, without any sort of lust, without any sort of jealousy. So many things, as these are the spiritual things, you see, which makes a man to get spoiled. Desire, anger, lust, jealousy, and attachment, and all these things. So if these are there, if these qualities are there with a man, he can neither be a good advocate nor can be a good judge. What the spirituality does is that it tries to control yourself through your mind. If you study spirituality, if you do meditation every day and try to know yourself as to how you are, you are blaming others, you are like this, you are like that, and this is the defendant is like this, and the plaintiff is like this. All these bloody things will go on in the open courts. But you see, unless you know yourself as to how you are, you can't have the control on yourself. If you are a person with lust, control it because it is not necessary for the purpose of your profession as an advocate or as a judge. If you are a man of anger, then you have to give up anger and be a good judge or a good advocate. Because anger causes imbalance in the mind, and ultimately, you see, you will not have any sort of good name in the profession or as a judge. If a man is with all desires and sitting as a judge, then instead of looking to your arguments, he looks at the money that you want to offer for him. If he is jealous, then that jealous quality will cause effect on him, and he may write a judgment against the judgment of the trial court, being jealous. So these all qualities should be taken out. It does not mean that completely to tame, it should be controlled to the minimum extent that you must have these qualities, not beyond it. So what exactly is a spirituality? Is controlling your own mind to see that you do not commit any wrong or any misconduct or any illegal things. This is controlling through yourself. Means spirituality controls a person within, from his mind, and it is internal. It is within us to control it. It is within us to control it. What exactly is the law? Law is an external agency which tries to control your mind through the process of this administration of justice and ultimately punish you in case if you have not controlled your mind. If you have committed an act of murder with anger, with jealousy, with lust, for a desire, for a sex. So all these things say you are controlling him on his mind through this law, agency of law. And it is beyond us. It is not within us. So first we must control ourselves, then try to control the others through the agency of law. And it applies only to those who are not able to control themselves through their mind. So what exactly is needed is that try to control yourself first, then try to control others. If it is not possible for you to control others by your words, by your advice, by your in lok adalats or like settlements and all these things, then you can adopt the procedure of law and convict him for the offense that he has committed. So exactly the difference is that a spiritual personality controls himself and does not commit any misconduct or any illegal thing, whereas a person who does not have the control commits wrongs and he becomes an accused or a plaintiff or a defendant, anything of that sort. So this is what is actually that happens with an individual. And to be a good judge or to be a good lawyer, you must have the control yourself. You must know what exactly is your mind, how it is. Have you any sort of attachment with anybody? Attachment does not give any sort of satisfaction. Anger does not give any sort of satisfaction. Jealousy does not give any sort of satisfaction. So you will not be happy at all in case if you have any of these qualities. I was trying the case of Jayalalitha once, and I was so angry against the advocates because they were seeking adjournments after adjournments continuously for about 6 months. I was so much upset and I became angry and I told them, you see what sort of advocates you are. You are asking for time continuously. You are not keeping the accused present before the court. And when I expressed these things on the next day in the newspaper, it appeared that the judge becomes angry. The judge becomes angry in the court of Jayalalitha. That's a different thing. But anger is something, which is an insulting fact for an individual, a human being, and it should not be there with you. Generally what happens, when the power when the power is given to you, you will get intoxicated. As a lawyer, you will have intoxications. As a judge, you will have intoxications. And to remove this intoxication, it is only the spirituality which has the best remedy for a person. If you are not spiritual, you do not control it. It is impossible for you to control it. And what every religion or every spiritual aspect seeks is that you should not have any sort of these things with you. And if they are there, they should be minimal. If you want to have a wife, and live a married life, do it. But if you want to have an illegal relationship, then it's not proper for either an advocate or a judge. And on the very next day or within few days, you will be made known to the people, and you will be blamed, and you will never come up in the profession. So this intoxication has to be removed. And unless you remove this intoxication when you get the power as an advocate or as a judge, there are many advocates also. See, they get intoxicated. You see, merely because that they have a client, they have made much money, or that if they are able to do good arguments. See, a feeling of ego that I can do good argument is also an intoxication. So that is what is needed in the present days. You must have seen, it appears in the newspaper, many a times I have seen, that the judge becomes angry. He abuses the advocacy of one party. He says, no, I could do this thing, I could do that, I will get you inside. No, it's not the duty of a judge at all. How he should be very peaceful till he is in the open court. He has to be peaceful. And it is a peaceful mind which has that equilibrium of the mind is in a proper manner so that it can take a right decision. If you are angry, you can't take a right decision at all. If you are a man of ego, you will never take a right decision at all. If you are a man of attachments or desires, you can't take right decisions at all. Your eyes will be choosing something, you see, who is that advocate, who could pay, or who could help me, or who could do this thing for me, that thing for me. So many things will be there. He will never do a right thing at all. So peace is most important for an advocate and also for a judge. But you see, to find peaceful advocates in the present days is going to be a bit difficult. Advocates or judges also. You see, I've seen it daily appears in the newspaper that you see advocate fight each other. There is a murder of an advocate in some places. I have seen so many incidents of murder also, because it's their involvement in such things. And involvement is only because they don't have the control over their own mind. So this is how the things happen. And to be frank with you, if you have the peace of mind, nothing can substitute this peace. Any amount of wealth can't be a substitute for the peace that you get in the profession, for the service that you render to a client, for a judgment that you write in the open court. That's how you see we have to develop. But most unfortunately, you see, I am attached with the Brahmakumaris also, and I am the patron of the jurist wing of the Brahmakumaris. And you see, the judges come there for the purpose of attending the programs arranged by the Brahmakumaris. And so also, I was the disciple of Siddheshwar Swamiji, who was a man of peace at all, since beginning. A great personality. See, we lost him. But you see, to be with such a man for 5 minutes, it is earning lakhs together. And that peace is most essential for every person, including a student. If you are a peaceful man, the way in which you can study the law, a peaceful mind could study the law 10 times better than a man with desires and all bloody things. A man who is peaceful can take a right decision immediately after hearing the arguments only. It is not necessary for him to scan into all the documents and do all the things. Such would be the vision. The vision expands in such a way that it makes everything clear as to who is who and how is he. So everything would be made clear, and you can write a judgment, you can take a decision, you can argue a case, you can do the best things to the society in case if you are always peaceful. But what happens, actually? We go on strikes many a times. You see, if you want a holiday, go on strike. If you want something, go on strike. You see, these are the days of strike only now. There are many persons who are fighting for the reservations. You know it very well. There are many persons who are fighting for religion. All bloody things. Because there is no peace inside. There is no peace within. So that is what exactly is needed in the present days. You may ask me as to why, you see, I am repeating about this peace and spirituality at the time when there is a moot court competition on the next day. Because if you are peaceful, the impression of yours on the judge, moot court judge, the judge who is sitting, is wonderful. It's wonderful. The impression will be so wonderful that, you see, he has to accept and give an award to you, or the prize has to be given to you. But to practice that peace, to get that peace, is very, 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 very difficult. It is more difficult than in law. It is more difficult than the law. You can practice, study the law as stated in the books, and say something about it. You see, section this said, this section that said, that section, this section, all these things. But to be a very peaceful man is really a wonderful thing that you achieve. See, it is succeeding the life. It is justification for the birth. It is everything for the life. So, first be peaceful, then study the law, then you can understand what exactly it is. Be peaceful and practice as advocate. Be peaceful and be a judge. You will be an exceptional personality in this country. And that is what is needed from every student of the law colleges and other colleges also. So how much peace now you are maintaining is, see, your attention towards me. Because peace is like that, sir. Peace is like that. There can't be any substitute for peace. When you look the newspaper, you see, every day in the morning, you lose peace in such a way that you see, oh, what is happening in this country. But if you give up reading newspapers, watching the media and this TVs, you will be most peaceful. But you don't desire. You will be more attracted towards all these things. So therefore, attractions in they are. It's very difficult to overcome them. It is very, very difficult. If you have one type of scooter, then the other person says, my scooter is far better than you. If you have one type of car, I say, see, mine is this car, Skoda, so many things. You see, there are so many, and you have the money to purchase them. Then starts the competition, then starts the jealousy. How to overcome these all things when you have the money? So the money is the most worst thing with a human being. And money is nothing before any person or any living being other than the human beings. So that is what, see, you have to understand. Understand yourself as to what exactly is the peace. So I practice this meditation since 1993, when I was this first student of Brahma Kumaris and attended the program in Mount Abu. Every day morning from 5 to 6, leave apart anything, sit yourself so calm and quiet, study how is your mind, and expect that, you see, you are doing the best thing to the society, and you see, I am peaceful. I am peaceful. You must say and feel. There are meditation commentaries also. You can pursue them. Maybe that may not be all of you, at least a few of us amongst you, if you approach towards this meditation, I think you will be the wonderful personalities in the country. So, my advice on this occasion for those competitors or the participants is be very peaceful, not only in the moot court competition, even after completion of it, so that you can be the best advocates or the best judges. So I think I have taken a lot of time. Many other speakers are there. I feel happy here because this is my institution where I was a student. And I remember those days, you see, for 72 to 75 as a student. M.R. Kulkarni advocate, my senior, you see, he was a student of this institution 66 to, I think 66 to 71. 67. 66, 67. He was coming by walk and I was coming by bicycle. And you all of are coming by or around or motorcycles. Compared to us, you see, you have been more progressed. But what I feel is that so far as peace is concerned, I myself, M.R. Kulkarni, Mutalik Desai and all these, we feel more peaceful, you know. And we don't have much desire to make money or anything. Even as an advocate also, M.R. Kulkarni, I never felt, I never heard that, you see, he had any complaint against any client for fees. And so also me. So, be such advocates, such judges, such officers. Do the service to this country in such a way that the country is uplifted. The other persons must feel proud of us, not jealous about us. If you are peaceful, even the others will not feel any jealousy. That is the impression of a peaceful man. If you are really peaceful, even a man with anger can't beat you. These are the effects of peace on others also. So I hope and expect that, you see, at least you will try to practice meditation in due course of time. And most of successful lawyers or judges in due course of time, or successful officers also in different departments. And I feel that I have expressed my experience in life. After retirement, you see, I became the chairman of the Karnataka State Police Complaint Authority. I worked only for 6 months, though the appointment was for 3 years. Appointment was for 3 years, but I resigned solely because there was no work for me. I was entrusted with the responsibility to inquire into complaints against the Superintendent of Police and other above rank, DGP up to DGP. And there was no person with any guts to file a complaint against SP or DGP up till today. I sat from morning till evening. Some persons used to tell me, sir, you go and stay in the house. Whenever work is necessary, is there, we will call you from there. But I said, I feel guilty to sit in my house when I have been a chairman of this authority, and it is my duty to be here. And after a few days, you see, I was feeling so much upset that there was no work at all. Reading some books. How long you can read the books, you see, in the office without any work? Work is the only thing which gives the satisfaction. So ultimately, I thought in case it is better to resign, because I was given 2,50,000 rupees as salary. My pension is about 1,25,000. Now I am getting 1,25,000 plus 150, and that is more than what I need for my requirements. And 2,50,000 spending is very, very, very difficult a job for me. See, at the time when I retired from the post of High Court judge, I decided that I should come and stay in Belgaum. This is a place wherein I have practiced as an advocate, and I have since from 1970 till appointment in 1993, I was a Belgaum person. So I decided that I will go back and stay in Belgaum. A close friend of mine, a senior friend of mine, insisted me, sir, please stay in Bengaluru only. We'll have more work here, arbitration work is there. A lot of arbitration cases will be given to you, and your earning will be more than the salary that you are getting. Then I said, sir, I am getting 1,25,000. At that time the pension was 1,25,000. He said, sir, I am getting 30 lakhs as the pension benefits, retirement benefits, and 1,25,000 the monthly pension. I do not know as to how to spend this money. And you are speaking about something more than this. How could it be possible, sir? I am extremely sorry. I said, I am extremely sorry. I have to leave. And I left Bangalore. Only, see, I never used to earn anything and desired to earn anything. We have a Hideshi Charitable Trust, we have formed a trust here. Some retired judges are there, some retired district level police officers are there. And we are doing some charitable activities by spending the time here. So this is how we feel that money is not a necessary thing for a human being to live happily and peacefully. So therefore, don't chase the money. Chase the peace and attain it. That is what we have to do. So I must thank Sri M.R. Kulkarni, our senior brother, and our principal, Sri Hawaldar, because they are the persons who invited me to this function to share my feelings with you, my experience with you. And with this sharing, I think I am feeling that I must live in this middle of the day. So thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I kindly request
I accidentally missed a team while introducing the teams. I would like to introduce the team now, Symbiosis Law College, Pune. I request everybody to clap for them. And I'm really thankful that you brought this to our notice. Thank you so much.
Now, I kindly request the guest of honor, Shri V.J. Kulkarni, Advocate and Secretary, Karnataka Law Society, Belgavi, to address this august gathering.
Honorable Justice A.S. Pashapure, retired Judge, High Court of Karnataka, our senior colleague, Sri M.R. Kulkarni sir, Chairman, Governing Council, RL Law College and President of today's function, my colleague, Sri R.S. Mutalik sir, Senior Advocate, Belgaum Bar Association, and Chairman, IMER Belgaum, and also member of Governing Council, RL Law College, Principal Hawaldar sir, and Ashwini Parab Madam, Coordinator of the Moot Court competition, members of the staff, students, and the student faculties coming from all over India. I thank Justice A.S. Pashapure sir, who elaborately discussed what are the essential necessities for being a successful citizen, not only an advocate, for a successful citizen. But rather, I would speak only for 2 minutes with my dear friends, whom I see as the tomorrow's upcoming lawyers, and piece of advice, not advice, but a friendly advice you can say. See, I can see over 30 teams have come over here from the entire different parts of India. A team from Bhopal, team from Odisha, Dehradun, Tanjavur, Chennai, Goa, Pune, Uttaranchal, Chennai, etc., etc. So almost we have a mini India over here. And these coming 2 days, you have an healthy competition. See, now the Honorable Apex Court is very kind enough to have the proceedings online. And we can see, or rather you all might be seeing, the senior counsels. I will not take the names, but we can see how they are arguing in different cases. What are the material aspects, or rather, which are the important points to be of the arguments of the cases. And as an advocate, I would like to advise you to go on YouTube. Rather, you might have seen on small arguments of 20 minutes of senior counsel Harish Salve, which he argued only in the last week. You can just see how an advocate can change a direct, complete perspective of a particular case. And now, after the COVID pandemic, the High Court proceedings as well as Supreme Court proceedings are all online. And we can see n number of judges in the courts and in the High Courts and the Supreme Courts conducting the matters, and how the justice is being given to the citizens at large or the litigants is directly can be seen to all of us. The basic contention of my advice is, friends, I can see from tomorrow and day after tomorrow the competitions, we'll see 30 teams and you can say almost 100 participants arguing very efficiently with giving the case laws and other things, which is the given experience of past few years we have seen. But we unfortunately see that the young budding tomorrow's lawyers going to the corporate world and not very few coming on the practicing side. See, as a practicing advocate, I would like to advise you that please have your career as a practicing advocate rather than going to the corporate world as an advocate or the corporate advocate. See, corporate advocate and other things is very lucrative as the income part of it. But, however, Honorable Justice Pachapure sir has said, and he has elaborately discussed about money not being everything. And after a particular period of your standing practice, etc., I need not tell you the senior counsels charging today in the High Court, Supreme Court, or in the various Bombay High Court, etc. So, first be behind Saraswati and Lakshmi will definitely follow you. So, my dear friends, wish you all the best for the upcoming Moot Court competition. I wish your stay in Belgaum is very peaceful and comfortable one. And if you have any grievances or any other days, please approach the organizers and we will try to solve your whatever difficulties are there. I once again wish you all the best. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request the President of today's function, Shri M.R. Kulkarni, Advocate and Chairman, Governing Council, RLLC, Belgavi, to deliver the presidential remarks.
Today's chief guest, alumni of this college, and also my friend, Sri Pachapure, my friend in the management, and principal law college and other organizers of this. Now, while listening to what our chief guest has said today, it is an advice not only to the students but also to us. Peace of mind. Peace of mind is one thing which is very difficult to attain it. Because when we remember what the Lord Krishna has said about anger, and he has said once, anger destroys even our mind. And once mind is destroyed, everything is destroyed. So that is the reason how, even in ancient days, they were trying to have peace of mind for themselves, and peace of mind is essential not only for us, even for others. Today I got an invitation card, and by opening it and reading that, I came to know that there is one very good thing is I have noticed. What is said is, what you earn dies with you, what you give lives for long. So peace of mind destroys us, and what is we are going to get it. But if you have got lot of peace of mind, so naturally the consciousness will be there, and you will be understanding what exactly is there, and what our Pachapure has said it, that you will be a rational in mind and your behavior. So, and if you are rational in mind and behavior, obviously you can give more to the society and then that will live for a longer period. Sir, I am really impressed by your advice. On many occasions we sit and of course, though I have not expressed it, but I have learned that you have going to Mount Abu every year and you spend there a lot of time. And obviously it is a very good thing which you have got it. And while you were practicing along with us, at that time also you were extremely calm and quiet, and we did enjoy your association as an advocate in Belgaum. And of course, whenever we met, I have enjoyed your company. So far as our present all the participants are concerned here, you see, this is a profession where it is called a noble profession. There is no other profession which has been called in the society as noble profession except this legal profession. Now you have come all the way from different parts of the country. You have taken a lot of trouble. By coming here, you have respected us because we organize, true, but you have responded so positively about our organization that our institution is known in different parts of the country, and I am proud of it, and I really thank the staff and principal for all this. When it comes to this organization, the father of this event is Sri Venugopal. See, as I know Venugopal personally also, a man with complete understanding, a man who is always composed. I have never seen him getting angry at any time. The last more than 15 years I am associated with him. He is a 100% gentleman. And what he has given is, he has given a platform for us to understand each other, a platform for us to make or shape the future of this entire students who have come here. Mr. Venugopal was all the while never thought that he is going to do all this thing without nothing. And he has even given a gold medal also for a person who stands first in constitutional law. And principal says, it is completely, when we said that the gold medal is costing a little bit more, he was immediately kind enough to again give more money so that the size should be of appropriate size. So this is the man who has contributed so much. Now his age is more than 92. He is 93 or 94. Even at this, he is so alert, so appreciable, and he appreciates us because once we wrote a letter from our college giving some information about it, he immediately came back with a reply and congratulating us. This is how his promptness at the age of 92, 93. Now you are all in 20s, not more than that, but you have to be very alert in your life. You must work very hard about it, and alertness and hard work will always pay you in life. Only you must have patience to listen. I wish you all of you a good luck, sportiveness, and whatever Pasha Parisa have said it, peace of mind. Because this profession is always a disturbing profession so far as peace of mind is concerned. We get angry, naturally, we are human beings, we are prone to certain things, but at the same time, we should also conquer our own bad desires. So always maintain what Pasha Parisa have said about peace of mind, spirituality. Please follow it so that you will definitely one day you will reach the benefits out of it in a very, very good manner. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, I call upon Ms. Kshama Bhatt, General Secretary of the Student Council, to render the vote of thanks.
As rightly quoted by Melody Beatle, gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Good evening to one and all present here. I, Ms. Kshama Bhatt, General Secretary, RL Law College, take this pleasure of proposing the vote of thanks on behalf of the management, principal, staff and students of RL Law College. First of all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the chief guest of today's function, Honorable Mr. Justice A.S. Pachapure Sir, former Judge, High Court of Karnataka, for gracing this function as the chief guest and for his inspiring and encouraging words. Thank you, sir. I would also like to express my gratitude to the guest of honor of today's function, Shri Vivek Kulkarni, Advocate, Secretary, Karnataka Law Society, for his valuable advice. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank Shri R.S. Mutalik Sir, Advocate, Member, Governing Council, Raja Lakhamgowda Law College, the guest of honor of today's function, for his valuable presence. Thank you, sir. I heartily thank the President of today's function, Shri M.R. Kulkarni, Advocate, Chairman, Governing Council, RL Law College, for presiding over the function. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our beloved Principal Sir, Dr. A.H. Havaldar, for welcoming the August gathering. Thank you, sir. I deeply thank Professor Ashwini Parab Ma'am, Chairperson, Moot Court Department, for giving introduction about the Moot Court competition. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to express my gratitude to the invitees of today's function and also the members of Karnataka Law Society and Governing Council, RL Law College, Belagavi. Thank you, sirs and madam. A special thanks to all the participants of the 13th M.K. Nambyar Memorial National Level Moot Court Competition 2023 for the valuable presence in this function. I wish you all the best of luck. Without fail, I would like to thank the press and media for their wide coverage of this function. I am extremely thankful to my beloved teachers and the non-teaching staff for their cooperation in organizing this function. Thank you, sirs and madams. Last but not the least, I thank all my dear friends for making this function a successful one. Once again, thank you one and all.
Now, I request everyone here to kindly stand up for the national anthem.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Infinite patience, infinite purity, and infinite commitment and determination are the secrets of success in a good cause. With this, we come to the end of this inaugural event. We wish all the participants a great moot court ahead. Thank you all. Also, there is a small announcement